They want your essence. They want they want your fuel. They want to absorb your energy. They want your energy in general. Um, yeah. Um, but that's the thing. They don't want to do what it took to get there. What you had to what they don't want to do what it took you to get there. Go through what you went through. Um, your circumstances, your situations, um, your situations. Walk with me, right? The things you had to, the trials and tribulations, right? No, this is for real though, right? And then you may be like, oh, how so? Well, how do motherfuckers react when you step outside? How do people react when you? How do people act when you with them with other people with them when it's just you and them? Shit like that, right? This is the shit that this is why you gotta be careful in this motherfucker. Who you be you gotta be careful. Um who you be hanging with and shit like that. Because they gonna try and use you for fuel and they ain't bringing nothing to the table. Right? This is why I say in I remember I said in my video, but I'm gonna keep saying stuff a lot over and over again. That's how the magic works. This is why you have to watch who you be asking favors from and for and shit like that. You gotta be careful of that shit. You'll hear me say that a lot. Trust me. But yeah, they want your essence. They want your, but they don't want to work for it. What it took to get there, right? So this goes along with this video I'm talking about right now. They think by working their 9 to 5 or whatever job they have, if they own a business, whatever, and they're somehow associated with you in some way, shape, or form, they're gonna feel like they deserve your energy, and for whatever case may be, and you don't. That has nothing to fucking do with you. That has nothing to fucking do with you, right? So let's make sure we good on time. So you got this type of stuff is important to keep in mind. I'm gonna definitely come back and touch on this topic again. But they want the essence, but they don't want it. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is if they sense your spirit around, they think that's something that has to do with them, because they feel a certain kind of way when you come around. When you if they sense you're around, you come around them, right? They think that that's them. They think if it, right? Not to say that they can't spark their own feeling, their own imagination, their own thought or whatever, but if they pick up on your scent, if you watch this video, you should check out my video, spiritual scent, right? But they pick up on your shit, they think that's them, right? So this is the whole thing that's tying into what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna definitely come back and talk about this, touch on this subject again and shit like that. Yeah, it's a weird world, but it's not that weird. It's you understand the weirdism if you're spiritually inclined, right? It's not like it's not like newsflash. It's not like something you just learned yesterday, right? When you and here's the thing about when you, I don't want to forget this point because it just came across my mind. Here's the thing too, right? It's like when you're a real spirit, right? When you're a real spirit, it's not like we necessarily learned it from one person, one thing, right? Like because motherfuckers have it in us, because motherfuckers like me have it in them. It's like you kind of like you learn from other people and shit like that, but like you never get scared or wither away from or get out of character. The Matrix never make you get out of character because you done seen shit from a baby. You were done being watched from since a baby. So it's like that's what I mean by it's not necessarily one person one person, one thing, right? We like motherfuckers like me been doing this shit. Like we been aware of this shit, right? So then when it plays out into doing shit, it's a beautiful thing. Yo, Superior JC here. I'll be back with more content. But remember that though. They want your essence. They want your spirit. They don't wanna put in the work for what it took. They don't want to go through what you went through to be able to just be standing where you are today. Simple as that. Superior JC, I'm definitely come back and talk about this topic again. I'll be back with more content. Remember, charge your back, I'm back type stuff. Superior JC, baby.